What's going on, everybody? It's the Creative Fro checking back in for another episode of What I Wish I Knew Wednesday. And today we're going to be talking about post-production workflow. And the reason why I wish I knew about this when I first started out is because I used to just upload all my files to the computer. By having everything scattered onto the computer, I would lose files. It would cause a lot of confusion and frustration. I've done some research and I have found a post-production flow that works really well for me. So for today, I wanted to show you guys on the computer how that looks real quick. Hopefully it can save some time and stress for everyone out there too as well. But before I dive into today's video, let me remind you real quick to hit the big red subscribe button if you have yet to already, and also turn that notification bell on just for fun. Once you're on the computer, you're going to want to make sure that you grab all your memory cards from your last shoot. If I'm working on any client project, I will back up their footage onto my hard drive first. So in case anything happens, no matter what, I will have a backup of it. So here I just open up my hard drive and I'm going to go inside of here. I'm going to create a new folder. You just name whatever the event was. That's what I usually like to do so I can keep everything organized. Inside of here is where we can put our backup footage. So rename this one more time. Generation Z, let's call it backup. Labeling this folder, and inside here now we can add that footage. I had two different cameras for this shoot, so I'm going to create two different folders, and that way it's really easy to find. If I'm thinking about going to my Generation Z backups, I'm like, oh yeah, I need that footage from my Sony camera, then I can just go into the Sony folder and find it there. So let me just rename these real quick. And you can keep doing this for however many cameras you use for that project. This was from the Sony camera, so I'm going to drag all the clips here into the backup and just let that copy right now. And I'm just going to add the Canon files right inside of there. Those files have completed and transferred over, and we have all of the clips inside these folders here now, and we know that our backup is safe. So if you have a hard drive, do use that for projects that you don't want to lose the footage. You can check out our video on the top right corner here on hard drives if you have yet to seen that one already. What I always do when I start a new project on the computer is make a file folder. Just label this folder whatever you'd like, and then inside of here, this is where all the magic happens. So I create 5 new folders. So let me just do that quick. First folder we're gonna have is called footage, so let me rename that. And inside footage, what you do is just pretty much did what we did for our backup and add the footage into here. So inside here we add our cameras too as well. Whatever camera you have, add it in, upload those files into these folders. After you have your footage folder ready, you go to the next one and change this to graphics. So what graphics are any logos or photos that you will be using in your video. Now moving on to our next, we have music and sounds. So in this folder, you're going to add the music you'll be using for the video, any sound effects you'll be using. Now this folder here, we're going to call project files. And this is going to be the folder of where the actual library of whatever editing program you use, that whole library will be inside of this project folder. Now our last folder is going to be called renders. I'm sure you can guess what this one is. This will be where you render out your project file in your editing software program, and it will go into here. So your MP4 files and anything you export will go into this folder. All of those 5 folders inside this first one, Generation Z, which is this project I'll be working on. I'm going to add the footage like I did for the backup into the Sony and the Canon to make your library go into this project file folder. As you can see, I'll show you first, there's nothing in here. And then after, we'll have the Final Cut Pro library. Let me show you. Here inside Final Cut Pro, I will start a new library. I'm going to name it, yet again, Generation Z. And then we are going to find our folder that we created. So you could see right here, I found the folder that is called Generation Z. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to save this Final Cut Pro project into the project files right here. So I click that and I save. you'll see the project in Final Cut Pro is here now. And there you have it. It's that simple. It takes a little bit of time, but it saves you a lot of time in the end. And you don't have to have the fear of losing your files if you're going to send over your work to another videographer or photographer. Everything is organized and they can open up and continue where you left off. So that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like if you did, comment down below if there's anything you wish you knew, and share this video if you think it could help somebody. It's the Creative Fro, and it's time to get organized.